push. Yeah. Whew. Started straight from the floor. It's a process to grow. Keep the goal in the scope. Plus a soul full of hope. Devil hate it when I talk like this. Shoot you down when you talk like this. They don't like it when you talk like this. Forget them all, I'ma talk like this. People treat you like slow. Never mad, take a note. Keep the goal in the scope. Plus a soul full of hope. Devil hate it when I talk like this. Shoot you down when you talk like this. They don't like it when you talk like this. Forget them all, I'ma talk like this. This that medicine for low. Open tour, take a dose. Feeling better than before. Bring the angels to the show. Devil mad, I don't blame him. Yahuwah mad, ain't no changing. Turn them on to the truth. Baby never had a clue. Let them see it, never boast. Plant a seed, watch it grow. Water falling off the throne. Yelling, Father, pour it on. Just interpret in the language. What I'm holding, I can name it. I'm just holding on the word. All I'm trying to do is serve. Now what you got it, what you know. Simple brothers gotta go. They screaming on it, y'all can judge me. Then they pleaded something ugly. We Yahuwah make a groovy. Keep it rolling like a Tootsie. In the shack, but it's roomy. Feeling like a matching truly. Milk and honey, that's the bitch. Feel with see it, that's a gift. Bro, you gotta know the code. Then you know you in the fold. I am on a narrow road. Yeah, I gotta keep my vows. Wear the toy like a style. Haters, yeah, I got a pile. Started straight from the floor. It's a process to grow. Keep the goal in the scope. Plus a soul full of hope. Devil hate it when I talk like this. Shoot you down when you talk like this. They don't like it when you talk like this. Forget them all, I'ma talk like this. People treat you like slow. Never mad, take a note. Keep the goal in the scope. Plus a soul full of hope. Devil hate it when I talk like this. Shoot you down when you talk like this. They don't like it when you talk like this. Forget them all, I'ma talk like this. Forget them all, I'ma talk like this. Forget them all, I'ma talk like this.
Look, shalom, shalom, Yasharal. I hope everyone's well. I'm just going to put this out there the best way possible. And it's just to be truthful with y'all and just to be open and just when the phrase honesty is the best policy, when you know how I say they need to make better words that have more emphasis, that's like the perfect, like there's nothing more correct than honesty is the best policy. Because what I would want to talk about tonight, I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing. It's, what is it? It's 10:41. 10:41. There you go. I looked at the clock. It's 10:41. I'm laying here in bed and I'm just drained. I'm dead. Beat down. I got a big old chunk taken out of my leg today, and I got to get the wound open, or a couple days ago. I got to redress the wound, and I got to go in, and I'm just so beat, but I just come into the hotel and laid down on this bed, and I'm so tired, and I didn't want to push the record button. And now, let me rephrase that, because that wouldn't be me being honest. I do want to, but I was so tired, I was like, well, how am I going to do it? What would I do? And I was just listening to some old videos, and I remembered that we were reading Psalms, right? So I thought to myself, I'm just going to read a chapter of Psalms before I pass out, because I'm giving a steam. I'm ground and pounding, baby, all the way. And I might do it again before I go to sleep tonight. I don't know. And I don't care. You know why? Because it's all I want to do. And you're going to hear why it's all I want to do here in just a second. I thought to myself, well, what chapter of Psalms would I pick? What number? I didn't. I just thought 1 to whatever, like one, how many is there, 190 or something? And I said 104 because you see I see 144, 14, 41, 14 every day. I grew up on Highway 14. I went to Egypt on Highway 41. The people, all the stuff with the 144 that surrounds me. So I picked 104. Psalms chapter 104. And look, when I went to see what time it was 10:41. That's just how it is. That's just how it works for me. This is how Abba works. He never leaves my side. He's got his hand right on me at all times. There's nothing like it. There's no greater feeling. These greed steeds, the people that pursue gain every day so they can look better than someone, or they can think that someone's not good or whatever. They're thinking about how someone is wrong or bad. The people who have joy in their hearts and have Abba's hand on them, they're thinking about how good Abba is all day. That's what they spend their day doing. That's what I spend my day doing. At the end of the day today, I didn't want to walk too much more on my leg, and I was just sitting in the truck and I was just meditating on the word. I just was just listening to all the steam. If I don't rep this, if I don't rep Abba, Yahuwah, the Most High, our wonderful Creator, one trilly, it isn't all esteem. It's only partiality. It'll only be some esteem. I got to give it all to him. I got to keep it going. The wheels cannot fall off. It doesn't matter that I'm laying here tired. And I want to just pass right out right now. My whole, just everything is just drained. You know the feeling. But let's read. Let's go read. I want to read this, and then we're going to look at pour out my spirit. Let's go back to chapter 104. Psalms, chapter 104. Pretty sure that's the one. Yes. So now, this is the one, I just picked it randomly. Okay? And I've been working with my best friend, my real best friend, who's been my best friend since childhood. We've been through so much together. And I've been so dead set on trying to get him to stop wanting $1 million, chasing them dollars, and realizing that he don't have to stress and wear himself out like that and get all wigged out, because Abba owns all the money. He can rest easy and just live a peaceful life like I do, and Abba will take care of you. If I'm telling you that I'm not taking care of it, it's because I'm a wretched, and I'm having a moment of weakness, and I'm crying like a little bitch. That's what we do. We do that shit. There ain't nobody that's privy to that hasn't been a bitch in their life and cried when they shouldn't have. I've never slept out underneath the stars, which I would like to do. I ain't never had to sleep out underneath it without a roof over my head. I've never went to bed hungry. I've had whatever I want every day. Everything I want every day. And when I tell you guys this all the time, my life is epic every day. I'm not just saying that lightly. That's why I keep coming up with new forms of the word epic, epicry, epicries, all that, because I need more emphasis, because it's so epic. It's so epic. I was talking to Chad on the way home, my best friend, and about the 41 and the 14. And this lady come up today, and right as I was just beat, sitting in the truck, and I was exhausted, and I was thinking, I'd been talking to Chad about the greedy steeds and stuff, and telling him that if Yahuwah's name ain't coming out your mouth, you ain't on his side. It's simple. It's a battlefield. There's two sides. And Abba says, look, I'm about to kill all these pedophile scumbags off the face of the earth. And you guys are living amongst them. Get out of there, come over here and raise your hand and say, hey, Abba, I don't want to die. I'm not a pedophile scumbag. Don't kill me. That's what you have to do in order to live. That's the only requirement. Come as you are. You don't, these people think that you got to be a good person. There is no good person. You just got to be a person that wants to live, that has a brain, that knows. Okay? And I'm going to tell you why you know. Why I know. So I was thinking that, and this woman come up and told me, and she told me that I was talking about my leg, and she told me that she had an injury to her leg, and I had the same injury when I was a child. The same thing, and I thought that I was the only person that could have did that. And Blake's leg's injured right now, my son. Well, when she was telling me, she said that for no reason, I don't know why she said it, she said they had to make 12 incisions in my leg and remove 33 veins. When she said it, I looked at her and I went, well, I never said anything, but I was like, whoa, my goodness. Well, so I get back here, I'm laying here, and I wasn't going to hit the record button, but I wanted to, but I was like, what am I going to say? I'm going to tell you. Let's read this. Verse 1, context, baby. Every time that lady, Carrie Ann, that you made that comment about the context, hallelujah, Yahuwah, thank you. You keep bringing it. You too, all you people, anybody that hears this, I pray, I hope that the favor of Abba is, and he is impressed to pour out his spirit on anyone, on everyone, and that they see and they get the desire to want to esteem Abba even when they're dead and don't have the energy to do it. They still want to just keep rat-a-tat-tat like that. Carrie Ann, that's you. I can tell. I can see that desire getting built up in you. And we're going to read about it together. And we're going to do it. Context. Verse 1. Bless Yahuwah, O my being. O Yahuwah, my most high, you have been very great. You have put on excellency and splendor, covering yourself with light as with a garment, stretching out the heavens like a curtain. Who is laying the beams of his upper rooms in the waters? Up in the waters. Who is making thick clouds his chariot? He has a vehicle that looks like a thick cloud. I kid you not. Wait till you see it. Who is walking on the wings of the wind, making his messengers the winds, his servants a flame of fire? He established the earth on its foundations so that it would not totter. What? Forever. 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 You covered it with the deep, as with a garment. The waters stood above the mountains. At your rebuke, they flee. At the voice of your thunder, they hurry away. They go up the mountains. They go down the valleys to the place which you founded for them. You did set a boundary. They do not pass over. They do not return to cover the earth. Who is sending the springs into the valleys? They flow among the hills. They give drink to every beast of the field, while donkeys drink their thirst. The birds of the heaven dwell beside them. They sing from between the branches, watering the hills from his upper rooms. The earth is satisfied with the fruit of your works. This is just giving you just a little taste of just the enormous, complex amazingness, greatness, splendor of Abba, of all the stuff that he does. And we can't even understand, fathom a fraction of it. We're just getting a taste of it right here. This is just explaining what he does. Causing the grass to grow for your cattle and plants for the service of mankind, to bring forth food from the earth, and wine that makes glad the heart of man. He taught us how to make wine so we could relax, let our hair down a little bit once in a while. Oil to make the face shine, and bread which sustains the heart. The trees of Yahuwah are satisfied, the cedars of Lebanon, which he planted, where the birds do make nest. The stork has her home in the fir trees. The high hills are for wild goats, rocks a refuge for rock badgers. He made the moon for appointed times. The sun knows it's going down. You put darkness, and it is night. And at all the beasts of the forest creep. The young lions are roaring for prey and seeking their food from Abba. The sun arises. They withdraw and lie down in their dens. Everything just worked perfect. And he did it all. Man goes out to his work and to his labor till evening. Some people, 16-hour days, 18 hours, just nonstop. Oh, Yahuwah, how many have been your works? You have made all of them in wisdom. The earth is filled with your possessions. What could you do? What can I do? I could go out here. If I went out here and I was like these greed steeds, what could I mean, if I could come up with $1 billion, that's not going to pay for the grass that we just read about. How Abba's got so much, and people get out and they worry and work and they completely ignore Abba. They're going to die for it, and the whole drive, what drives them, the money, the lust, the greed, is going to kill them. It's not going to get them what they want, and what they want, they could have it if they would just relax and ask Abba for it, if it wasn't in vain for greed. Because you're his children. He's going to take care of you. There is the sea, great and wide, in which are innumerable swarms, living creatures small with great. There do ships go, that Leviathan which you made to play there. All of them wait for you to give their food in due season. In due season. You give to them, they gather in. You open your hand, they are satisfied with good. Here we go. This is why context is important. We just got a taste of just a little bit, just so you can kind of understand just how much Abba does, how much of a man he is, what he's making, how much bacon he makes, okay, what he does for you. And he's the only one. His word touched on that a little bit to get you to this point right here. Verse 29. You hide your face. They are alarmed. What's that mean? You take away their breath. They die and return to their dust. That makes no sense to me, right? I mean, you're reading about how everything works, and then you get to this part. Now he's talking about, it must mean that People die. You hide your face. They are alarmed. Why are they alarmed when you hide your face? What's that mean? Verse 30, you send forth your spirit. They are created. Who's they? Who are we talking about here? You're going to find out. Miss Carrie. And you renew the face of the earth. Why do they call it the face of the earth? The whole earth ain't the face of the earth. Remember, everything is right there in plain sight for us to. Abba don't hide nothing from us. Satan hides it, man hides it, and we trick ourselves and we lie and deceive ourselves because we just don't want to inconvenience ourselves, whatever. The face of the earth is that face I've been showing you. That's Yasharal. He hid it. And it alarmed people. And those people, there was no spirit of Abba poured out in that time. And they just died and returned to the dust, and they're gone. I've always thought about why my dad was so stiff-necked. Why his dad, and who, I've never heard anybody talk about Abba like me, ever, except for beloved Daoud, the rapper. That's it. Me and him. I'm the only person besides him, except for the writers of the scriptures, David and people like that. So I was thinking, why is that like that? It says, you send forth your spirit, they are created, and you renew the face of the earth. The esteem of Yahuwah is forever. Yahuwah rejoices in his works. Sorry about that, folks. We're still rolling. Yeah. Who looks on the earth and it trembles. He touches the mountains and they smoke. I sing to Yahuwah as long as I live. I sing praise to my Most High while I exist. My meditation to him is so sweet. I rejoice in Yahuwah. Let sinners be consumed from the earth and let the wrong be no more. Bless Yahuwah, O my being. Praise Yahuwah. That's his name. Don't get it twisted. You're going to hear it from me 24/7, 365, however many days, all the days. It's all praise, all honor, all glory, every drop of esteem, all of it. It goes to Abba, Yahuwah. That's his name. Don't get it twisted. He's your creator. He created you. If you want to live, start spitting his name out your mouth and giving him some credit for what he does. Look, you just seen that work right there. You just seen that, didn't you? Did you see how he works with me every day? How I told you, I just picked 104 because of the 104 whatever. But you see, he poured out his spirit upon us. That's why I saw the face now, the face of the earth. It's not, the face of the earth ain't just the whole earth. There's not a globe. There's the face of the earth is a face. Because a face is a face. It's a face of something. There's only one face that's on the earth. Go look at Google Earth. You're not going to find no other shape of a face anywhere except for out in Western America, where Yasharal is, where I've showed you it is. And we're going to go read more about it. Hold on. Hold on tight. Let sinners be consumed from the earth and let the wrong be no more. Bless Yahuwah, O my being. Praise Yah. Look, that's saying right there, that's me. I'm laying here in bed. I was just ready to go to sleep, but I can't stop. I can't stop singing his praises. And hallelujah, Yahuwah, I'm doing it. And if you're doing it, hallelujah, Yahuwah for you, because we're going to live forever. We're ground and pounding, baby, the enemy's face in. Not violent, but with love, with the opposite of violence, with passion, with patience, with understanding, with concern, care, love, knowledge, wisdom, discernment, actual care. We know who owns all the money. We ain't worried about it. Sometimes we get worried about it, Right now, I ain't worried about it. I know right now, no doubt about it, that Abba will give me whatever I want, and I'm going to be a king someday. I already am. Now let's go look. I went and I typed in, that reminded me of when it said poured out the Spirit, so I went into the search bar. You seen me, I typed in, pour out Spirit. Pour out my Spirit. I typed that in, and you hit Bible. When you hit Bible, it shows you all scripture, all verses that will be, that pretty much has something to do with what that keyword is. The first one right there in Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 23. Turn at my reproof, see, I pour out my Spirit on you. I make my words known to you. That's the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh. The Spirit, when you if someone looks at you and they say, that's the Spirit, are they saying, you have another being over you now? No, they're not. They're saying, now your spirits are lifted. You're in a better mood now. That's your spirit. If you're walking in the truth like I do, and you're giving all esteem to Abba Yahuwah all day, you're walking in the Ruach HaKodesh. There's no being, Trinity, falsehood, delusional bullshit. Okay? Get that out of your mind. Free your mind. But let's look at Joel. Chapter 2, verse 29. And also on the male servants and on the female servants I shall pour out my Spirit in those days. Key, let's do context. Miss Carrie. Verse 1. Blow a shofar in Sion and sound an alarm in my set-apart mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the earth tremble, for the day of Yahuwah is coming. For it is near. A day of darkness and gloom, a day of clouds and thick darkness. I've been telling you today, you better be ready to fight the fight of your life. Start flexing your muscles and especially your mouth. Start repping the Most High right now. You better start doing it. That's how you survive. The only way to survive is you give all esteem. That's why this channel is named All Esteem. Like the morning clouds spread over the mountains, a people many and strong, the like of whom has never been, nor shall there ever again after them for the years of many generations. If you've been with me for a while, and Miss Carrie, I think you have, you know I've read this chapter so many times. I've read about this. This is where the greed steeds are talked about. This is where I got the name, the greed steeds. This is why I say the greed steeds. Ahead of them a fire has consumed, and behind them a flame burns. Before them the land is like the Garden of Eden, and behind them a desert waste. And from them there is no escape. Their appearance is like the appearance of horses, and they run like steeds. As the noise of chariots they leap over mountaintops. As the noise of a flaming fire consuming stubble, as a mighty people set in a battle array. Before them peoples are in anguish, and all faces become flushed. They run like mighty men. They climb the wall like men of battle. Everyone goes on his way, and they do not break ranks. I got videos titled about breaking ranks. And they do not press one another. Everyone goes on his path. They fall along the weapons, but they do not stop. They just keep running for that dollar. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Cash rules everything around you guys. They rush on the city, they run on the wall, they climb into the houses, they enter the windows like a thief. The earth shall tremble before them. The heavens shall shake, sun and moon shall be darkened, and the stars withdraw from their brightness. And Yahuwah shall give forth his voice before his army, and for his camp is very great, for mighty is the doer of his word. For the day of Yahuwah is great and very awesome, and who does bear it? Yet even now, declares Yahuwah, turn to me with all your heart, and with fasting and weeping, and with mourning, which all you see me do it, you better be doing it too. Tear in your heart and not your garments. Turn back to Yahuwah, your Most High, for he shows favor and compassionate. and is compassionate, patient, and of great love and commitment, and he shall relent concerning the evil. Who knows? He might turn and relent and leave a blessing behind him, a grain offering and a drink offering for Yahuwah, for your Most High. Blow a shofar in Zion, set apart a fast, call an assembly. That's what I'm doing. I'm gathering the people. This is my horn. People, anyone that hears this, set assembly apart. Set the assembly apart. Assemble the elders. Gather the children and nursing babes. Let a bridegroom come out from his room, and a bride from her dressing room. Let the priest. The gloves are never coming back on, and the ephod is never coming off. I'm never taking it off. Come get it. Come take it from me. I bet you won't. I bet you ain't getting it from me. I bet you ain't never going to get me to relinquish the ephod. And most candy-ass Christians who got it so delusional, they think they want to douse me in holy water when they hear me say those things. Like, who does he think he is? He's a priest. You know what does it take to be a priest? You have to want to be a priest. What is a priest? Someone that don't want to shut up about Abba Yahuwah. That just explained me to a T. That is me. I'm a priest. I'm a servant of Yahuwah. Weep between the porch and the slaughter place. That means from when you're born to the time you got to go and you get all that dross removed. And let them say, spare your people, Yahuwah. Do not give your inheritance to reproach, for the nations to rule over them. Why should they say among the peoples, where is their Most High? Let Yahuwah be jealous for his land and spare his people. Let Yahuwah answer and say to his people, see, I am sending you the grain and the new wine and the oil, and you shall be satisfied by them. And no longer do I make you a reproach among the nations, and the northerner I shall remove far from you, and drive him away into a dry and deserted land, with his face toward the eastern sea, and his rear toward the western sea. From sea to shining sea, right? That there's no sea to shining sea over there in Israel. And his stench shall come up, and his smell rise, for he has done greatly. Do not fear, though, O soil, be glad and rejoice. Just like these steeds are fearing for money, don't do it. Don't fear, don't worry about it. When this day's coming, don't worry. No, Abba's got, if you're given esteem, like I told you, know who you are, who your daddy is, who the boss is, who calls the shots, what time it is. Rejoice, for Yahuwah has done greatly. Do not fear, you beasts of the field, for the pastures of the wilderness shall spring forth, and the tree shall bear its fruit, the fig tree and the vine tree yield their strength. You can't stop him. You can't stop it. The wheels ain't never coming off. I'm living forever, baby. And if you want it, come get it. Come get you some. Any of you that want it. Carrie, whoever, come get it. I hope you do. I hope you get it and take it. For the pastures, the wilderness shall spring forth, and the tree shall bear its fruit. The fig tree and the vine shall yield their strength. And your children of Sion be glad and rejoice in Yahuwah your Most High, for he shall give you the teacher of righteousness, and cause the rain to come down for you, the former rain and the latter rain as before. And the threshing floor shall be filled with grain, and the vat shall overflow with new wine and oil. You know what the new wine and the oil is. Then I shall repay you the years that the swarming locust has eaten, the crawling locust, all them years that the greedy steeds destroyed everything around here. These farmers, I've been out working for these farmers all day, and they all have to have side-by-sides now. That's a thing. They work all day. They work their butt off. They spray atrazine that turns everything gay, and Roundup that kills all the bees and the birds from sea to shining sea. They spray it all over the land to make an extra quarter per bushel, so they can have a nicer side-by-side, so they can drive around and drink beer with their buddies. That's what Americans do. This is what these greedy steed people do. And they don't know who Yahoo is, and they don't give a crap about him. Nothing about him. But guess who does? I do, baby. I'm right here rocking this mic when I'm about ready to pass out. Rat-a-tat-tat like that. Then I shall repay you the years, all those years. Then you shall eat and be satisfied, and shall praise the name of Yahuwah, your Most High, who has done with you so wondrously. You see, that's what I do, and my people shall never be put to shame. I'm never going to be put to shame. And you shall know that I am in the midst of Yasharah, right here, and that I am Yahuwah, your Most High, and there is no one else. And my people shall never be put to shame. And after this, it shall be that I pour out my spirit on all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men dream dreams, your young men see visions. And on also the male servants, and on the female servants I shall pour out my spirit in those days. We just read what it means to pour out his spirit. He says, what it means when he says I'm pouring out my spirit, he makes his words known to you. He starts sending word to you, that grain and the new wine and the oil. And I shall give signs in the heavens and upon the earth, blood and fire and columns of smoke. The sun is turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the coming of the great and awesome day of Yahuwah. It all happened. I've documented it and recorded it. It all happened. We're 5 years deep into the last 7 years. We got 2 years left. In 2 years, I'm going to be rocking a really FOD, as long as I keep rocking this mic. And it shall be that everyone who calls on the name of Yahuwah shall be delivered. For on Mount Sion and in Jerusalem there shall be an escape, as Yahuwah has said, and among the survivors whom Yahuwah calls. You can't cap it off no better than that way right there. I told Chad the last thing I said to him, I knew that it was, that what I was talking about to him was frustrating him. And the last thing I said to him, I said, it says that all those that call on the name of Yahuwah shall be saved. I said, so just start saying his name. Just say it. And don't be ashamed to say it. If you're ashamed to say it, that means you're standing on the side with the scumbag pedophile pieces of shit that's going to get vaporized. But if you come out of those people and you say, hey, Yahuwah, your name's Yahuwah, right? I heard you're Yahuwah, because I went and I wanted to know, and I see you now. I see your face. I see the truth. I see that you've poured your spirit out on me. You made your words known to me. You work with me daily. I can't deny Yahuwah. I could deny Yahuwah like I could deny I'm talking to this phone right now. There's no denying it. It's impossible. He's as real as the sound of my voice is real right now to you. There's nothing more real. There's nothing more real than him saying that the escape is going to be on that mountain. There's a reason I found that face. There's a reason it happened the way it did. There's a reason. And you know what that reason is? I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't taking it off. It's staying on, baby. I'm going to give you all you want of it. Abba, Yahuwah, you are the Most High. I'm going to give you all the esteem. I'm going to give you all the credit, all the glory, all the praise, all the honor. No one else does anything. You do everything. I bow down on my face before you. Thank you for pouring out your Spirit upon me and to anyone else who happened to listen to the words that come out of my mouth. Thank you for promising us that we'll live forever and rule and reign as kings in the 144,000 number of Yasharal, Kwam Yasharala. Shalom, shalom. I love y'all. For now, these out.